Hey guys, what's going on? We're doing a little special here on our YouTube channel and social media because new episodes are coming out. We are finally, after a year off, a little less than a year, I guess, we are releasing season 14.
It's happening.
Of the Day Tripper.
We're doing it.
We were busting our booties all summer long, and we have 5 incredible episodes. And so we're going to do this, give you all a little preview of what's in store. All right, so this is coming out on, let me double check the calendar. Is it October the 5th? All right, coming out on October 5th. And that means tonight on Austin PBS, our first episode will air in the Austin market. And then this weekend, Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, El Paso, Phoenix, North Carolina, New York, LA, they'll all get this new episode the weekend. All right. So it's on a Thursday. Austin is Thursday night, and the rest get it this coming weekend. That's just because your PBS station gets to pick where it goes. But we are pumped about the new season. We set out to make the best season yet. That's always our goal. And we've with the crew, everything. We've exceeded expectations. I'm really excited about this season. So we still have the support of our awesome partners. I'm gonna give them a shout out. Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, City of Georgetown, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, Don Hewlett Chevrolet. They made this season possible through their support, and it's an awesome one. So we're gonna take a few minutes here, give you guys a little bit of preview, and these will come out 1 week at a time here in the great month of October. It's getting colder. You want to snuggle and watch a Day Tripper.
You know, I can't tell what the temperature really is, though, because you always have it so cold in this office.
Yeah, right. You know, we're trying to get into spooky season. This is true, and it's 105 still outside.
It is 105.
No,
I'm not wearing a jacket.
All right, so. We got 5 episodes. I've already teased them on another podcast episode, but we're going to review them with a little bit more details as to what we're actually doing. So, season premiere, we are back in H-Town.
It's happening.
The Bayou City. Now, we've made 2 other trips to Houston, and if you haven't seen those, go and watch them. They're great episodes. So we needed a new sort of theme to sort of pull this together. And I have wanted to visit some of the most iconic places in Houston for a long time. They just didn't fit within the other themes. Right. Some places did. But I thought, you know what? Let's go back, visit Houston, and we'll visit places that are truly at the heart of the identity of Houston.
Yes.
And so we call this Iconic Houston. Houston is the Bayou City, excuse me, because it's got Buffalo Bayou in the middle of it. We went right to Buffalo Bayou. Again, we kayaked it this time. We took a little tour before, but I wanted to get a little gritty with it down on the water.
It was cool.
It was fun. So we kayaked the Buffalo Bayou. We went to the oldest farmers market in Houston, which I believe is like the oldest in the state. Houston Farmers Market.
And that is the biggest one I've ever been to.
Oh, it's huge.
By far.
And it's all day, every day. Not all day. It was not 24 hours, but it's 365 every day.
It's not like a 1 day a week kind of thing, like most people would have.
And it is 75, 80 years old, and it is
so
still
colorful,
rocking,
and vibrant.
Yeah,
like the amount of random fruits and vegetables that you haven't even seen in your life.
I know. Yeah. There's stuff.
Oh, it's cool.
I had never. You've been to Africa. I've been to Asia, Europe. Like you've been to Europe. Like there's stuff there I've never seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Super cool. Then we go and eat at El Bolillo, which is a Spanish panaderia, a Mexican panaderia, and have some sweets. They've been around multiple decades. We go to the Art Car Museum. So anybody from Houston knows that art cars are a big thing. People decorate their cars in the craziest of ways.
Weirder than I even knew.
Oh, craziest of ways. And there's a big parade in April. We did not go to the parade because we shy away from events. We went to the museum, which is there all the time, where you can see art cars in person.
Yes.
And super cool. We went to the oldest craft brewery in the state of Texas, St. Arnold Brewing, which is there in Houston. It's been around since the 90s, so it is truly wrapped up with the identity of Houston. And then the finale, one of the fanciest... I will say that the fanciest dinner we've ever had on the show. Yes?
It would have to be.
Has to be.
It'd have to be.
The Pappas Brothers Steakhouse. So people may not know the Pappas family, Papado, Papacitas, Pappas Brothers, Pappas Barbecue. that all originated in Houston. They were this immigrant family that had the American dream, and now they are a restaurant empire. And we went to their signature steakhouse, which is it's on every list of the best steakhouses in America.
Yeah.
And that was a bougie meal.
It was
the best
amazing.
of ways. Gosh, it was so good.
And as good as
So
the
good.
steak was, the wine selection
35,000 bottles of wine on that one property.
On site.
That's not all their restaurants combined. That's at that one.
that one. That blew me away. I still can't believe that.
I don't even. Yeah, I can't even wrap my head around that quite. So that's what they said.
Crazy.
All right. So that is our Houston episode. It's a great visit to the Bayou City. I think y'all are really gonna like it. Now, the next one coming right afterwards, we go to the pie capital of Texas, Kyle. The pie capital of Texas. It is the pie capital. If you've driven off the highway in Kyle, you've probably seen the big pie in the sky on top of the Texas Pie Company. So we had to start at the Texas Pie Company, had some quiche for breakfast and some pie, and then some more pie, and then had some pie for dinner. But pie,
pie for dessert.
And for dessert, for dinner, yeah. Even though our meal was pie, we had to have pie for dessert. That is a must stop if you're in Kyle. So we talk about the history of how it became the pie capital. We go to the Depot Museum. Then we go play disc golf. But this is not like any disc golf I have ever seen, because this place, there's not another one like this anywhere in the state. The Flying Armadillo disc golf course. It is putt-putt-ish meets disc golf.
Yeah, like the crazy kind of putt-putt when you see the massive animals and sculptures. And imagine that mixed with disc golf.
Yes. One of the baskets was at the top of a lighthouse. Another one, you had to throw your disc sideways to like send it up this ramp. One hole is the Alamo. Oh, I've played a lot of disc golf just because I did that a lot in college and law school. I wish I had known about this place earlier.
It's really cool.
So cool. It's amazing. And people don't realize Kyle is on the Blanco River. We jump in the Blanco River, get a little cool off, and then we head to something we've never done on the show before. A rage room.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what a rage room is, it's a place where you go to smash stuff. It was so awesome. The whole crew just got involved.
How could you not? That was great.
They give you they get like stuff, glass bottles, vases, office printers, and you just go to town with a baseball bat or a sword.
Yeah, I was gonna say
or
Excalibur,
a golf club, or a bowling pin,
anything you want.
Oh man. And the glass is going everywhere, so you have to, you wear protective clothing, obviously. Yep. But it felt so good.
I didn't think it was going to be as great as it really was. Like I was like, that'll be fun. No, it was like therapeutic.
It was.
It was nice.
It was like, your mom or your grandma your whole life, don't play in the house, you're going to break something. This is a place that's like, please break everything.
Break something.
Break everything.
And when you're done, don't clean it up. No, that's what we're going to do.
That was the best part.
I loved it.
Oh.
I loved it.
And then we finished that episode outside of Kyle at the Hayes City store, technically Driftwood, but who cares? And that spot is fantastic. It's like an old gas station that now has an outdoor beer garden under these beautiful oak trees. One of the best chicken fried steaks I've ever had in my life. What did you eat there?
I'm trying to think.
Off camera. I had chicken fried steak and Frito pie.
I think I was keto at the time.
Oh,
so it probably wasn't quite as good. Yeah, it was, because that whole trip, man, like pie capital of the world,
and you couldn't.
I know.
Oh yeah.
So
we'll redo that one.
But the Frito pie looked pretty good.
The Frito pie was good. Frito pie was good.
I mean, every pie looked good.
It was just, we made the joke in the show. You'll have to watch it. It's like the Frito pie was enormous, and it had a Costco-sized bag of Fritos in it, and it was served to one human.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nowhere else can you eat this many Fritos and not be judged.
It's
but
acceptable.
When it's underneath chili, it's fine. It's like, no one's like, yeah, it's a Frito pie. That's what you do.
Sure.
It was an enormous amount of Fritos. No one should eat this many Fritos. But when it's Frito pie, hey, no one's counting. All right. Then we go to East Texas. We go to a town called Canton. If you've heard of Canton, it's probably because you've heard of or been to Canton First Monday Trade Days, which is officially the largest flea market in the world.
Officially.
It is. So you go to this place, it's this fairground, and it is one pavilion and shed after another with tons of people just selling their wares. And it's everything from your literal garage sale junk to like high-end handmade type of goods. So like woodworkers, blacksmithers. It was fun.
You find everything there. Absolutely everything.
Trading cards, antique records, hats, clothes, corny dogs. The food's good.
I was going to say the food's great.
Food is good.
Yeah. That lemonade.
Oh, it was so good.
Like
it was
so
sweet. With sugar, you know, like when you're sipping the lemonade and it's like, that's kind of a little granular in my mouth. Yeah, because the actual liquid hit saturation point and it can literally absorb no more sugar.
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
Yeah. All right, but some people aren't going to be in Canton for First Monday Trade Day, so we gave you some other options, things that are there year round. Dairy Palace, which is like an old school burger joint. Kind of like a vintage Dairy Queen meets, vintage soda shop.
Yeah.
Soda fountain burger shop. Great stuff. We explored downtown. We went through a drive-through safari, fed a bunch of animals with horns and giant tongues.
Wait, what are those animals called again? Animal with a hoof. A certain kind.
It is. I can't ever remember this. Like, what do you call the greater deer family?
Yeah.
Antelope. Kudu, like what?
There is a word.
There is a word. We learned it,
and they've got like the majority of
all
those.
of them. Every hoofed deer-like creature.
Yes.
They got it. But they also have like the Watusis, buffalo.
Watusis.
I mean, when you're driving through and a buffalo has its entire head in your car, that's a good time. That's a good time. And then at dinner, we finish up at a place called the N Mule, which is a kind of American restaurant downtown. But we asked Chef April what we should get, and she recommended this dish. I've never seen anything like it. It was a giant pile of loaded mashed potatoes, then this TP tower of deep fried pork ribs covered in sauce and cheese and green onions.
Straws.
Oh my gosh, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. So that was fun.
Great food. The one thing I always think about with that place, though.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the food was amazing, but the beer.
Yes.
Never seen
the beer that fills up from the bottom. They have this like really high-end tap system that you take a beer and you just slam it on the bar and it gets fed from the bottom.
Yeah.
And so it goes boo,
up the glass.
It's so that you don't get the foam. You get more from your keg. But then you get your beer and it's got like this washer seal at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a sign like, you can poke it out and the whole beer will fall out of the bottom of the cup.
Yeah.
What was that sign there? Don't finger your beer hole. Yeah. It was funny.
Glass hole.
Glass. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was it. That was it. All right. Okay. Then 4th episode, Brownwood, Texas.
Brownwood.
What did you expect of Brownwood?
So I expected the same place that I drive through all the time whenever I'm going in that direction. Didn't expect one of the best steaks I've ever had in my life.
Oh, but gosh, yes. So again, they were eating a lot of steak in this season, but the finale of that episode is a place called Lucille and Mabel, and it is top 5 best steaks I've ever had in my life.
Hands down.
Maybe higher. It was so good. It's in an old bank building that's been renovated. It's fantastic. But that episode, we start off and we eat barbecue for lunch right off the jump, go to a place called Underwood's, which is one of these magical old school cafeteria line barbecue joints.
Yep.
And you don't compare that barbecue toward modern barbecue. It's it's a different animal. And as many hot rolls as you want, they walk around with rolls. You just eat until you explode. And there you get your meat, and then you get as many sides as you want. So it's like beans,
that
corn.
cafeteria style. It's kind of going the way of the buffalo.
Oh, totally.
You just don't see those that much.
No. And there was a day when that was like the thing.
Oh yeah,
our grandparents' day.
All the Lubies kind of places, Furs, Golden Corral.
Oh man.
I mean, there's tons of them, and I'm sure a lot are still around, but
not many.
Not like they used to be.
So
this one's been around for a long
time, since the 40s. Yeah. It's fantastic. We go to the old museum, which also includes this, just probably the coolest old jail building in Texas. It looks like a castle, right? Oh, creepy though. You don't like old jails.
I'm not wild about old jails.
They
smell and they're kind of creepy.
They've got gallows and you think of all the
people actually were in them.
Oh, I know. So weird. We go to a train museum, which if you're into trains, they've got tons of model trains you can walk through, trains you can ride. We rode a train.
Actually rode on a train.
And then Lake Brownwood State Park, which is a beautiful state park on Lake Brownwood, but it has the most CCC structures, assets, buildings left in Texas. So it's got rec halls, cabins, culverts, picnic tables, all built by the CCC in the 30s. So it's cool. Very cool history there. And then finally, the last 5th episode of the season.
Oh, wait.
Not the season of this.
You block. Telling them? Are you telling them?
I'm telling them. I'm going there.
All right.
I'm going there, Daniel. We tripped not to modern day Texas. We tripped to 1836 Texas. We already let the cat out of the bag.
I know we did.
This one.
I know.
So we go into the old border of Texas, which extended all the way up to Colorado. So we use this as an excuse to sort of spread our wings, and we tripped to a little town called Buena Vista in Colorado. And let me tell you, it was amazing.
It was so beautiful.
We started off, we climbed Mount Princeton, which that's a 14er. And that was serious business.
It was.
Serious
It was
business.
very much.
That was hard. That took way longer than we expected.
I mean, there's a couple of miles of just nonstop like boulders everywhere that we were having to climb over.
Yep.
Yeah, it was rough.
It was rough. It was rough. But we made it to the top. We got that done. And I took this opportunity to do all the things that we can't do in traditional modern Texas. So we go river rafting on the Arkansas River. Then we took a dip in some hot springs, which was amazing. We went to a place called the Little Engine Eatery, which is super cute. It's a hot dog stand run by a family and gives jobs to special needs adults and teenagers. And so that was super cool. They make some delicious hot dogs. And then after all that, we finish it off at Buena Vista's and one of Colorado's most well-known breweries, Eddie Line Brewing. Get some pizza, some craft beer, and that episode is a blast. The scenery is just going to blow your mind. It's beautiful.
Really cool.
And there's a lot of people I posted a little teaser on Instagram, and we had a lot of people try to guess that's Alpine, right? Oh, that's just Garner State Park. I'm like, oh yeah, look behind me. This is not Alpine. There's giant mountains above the tree line behind
there's
me.
Snow caps in Garner State Park. Yeah. Who would have thought?
We saw snow. This is the day tripper. We actually threw snowballs.
That was weird.
That was so strange. All right, guys. So those are the October episodes. I hope you will tune in. Remember, watch on PBS. And then after they air on PBS, we're going to throw them up on our YouTube so you can go and watch them there. Or our website, thedaytripper.com. So thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for the amazing support. Stay tuned. These are going to be some of our best episodes yet. I guarantee it. Till then, bye con Dios. Howdy, y'all. Follow along with my adventures at Chet Tripper on Instagram and at The Day Tripper TV on Facebook and YouTube. Or head to thedaytripper.com for travel guides, past episodes, and info on our mobile app and Team Day Tripper. This episode was made for y'all with the help of our awesome partners. Check the caption for more info. Howdy, y'all. Chet the Day Tripper here. Thanks so much for tripping with us. Remember, while you're here, like this video, subscribe to our channel so that we can stay out there on the road and keep on tripping. Did we miss anything in this town? Leave us a comment. Let us know. We love finding out about new stops with all of your tips. And if you love Epic Texas Day Trips, remember to check our channel. We got a lot of them on there. Also, don't forget, if you want some sweet Day Tripper merch or another cool Texas-made product, come see us in Georgetown at the Day Tripper World Headquarters. You can also shop online if you check the link down there in the caption. All right, y'all. Bye con Dios, amigos.